What is going on, everybody? It's the France, and we're here for Smackdown Live Review, or Smackdown, Friday Night Smackdown Review for October 6th, 18th, 2019. This is the first show for the main roster since the draft. It's supposed to be fresh, new, excitement for this Smackdown show, and right away they killed it all. We had Roman Reigns getting an Intercontinental title match, even though he did nothing and has done nothing to deserve one. We had a six-pack challenge for 6 women who had no business getting a number one contenders match to see who would face Bayley next, even though there is no one else other than possibly Sasha Banks eventually, but we'll get into that later. And in the end, in the main event, we had a cookie-cutter main event that stemmed from the first match of the night. So this show just felt sane. And Drew Gulak career on the main roster is DOA. This, and I guess more, on SmackDown this week. This show is just awful. This show sucked. Bayley gave me the only highlight and the only time I popped tonight because she cut a promo on why she has destroyed the Bayley Buddies, why she has changed her attitude, and why she is no longer being the role model, at least that she tried to be, and being who she is today. Sasha Banks was by her side, and why I don't think WWE is going to be giving us Sasha Banks versus Bayley just yet. But this show started off with Roman Reigns versus Shinsuke Nakamura. I knew this match was going to have some fuckery to it for 2 reasons. One, Seth Rollins was pulled from the Hogan versus Flair match as the team captain for Hulk Hogan's team because he's going up against The Fiend and they wanted to change things up. So, I knew right away that Hogan was going to give us a new... we were probably going to find out who was going to be Team Hogan's captain this week, and we do at the end of the show. But before that, I knew that we were going to have this match have fuckery at the end. It was a good match up until the end, but... 1, Shinsuke Nakamura has already been named to Team Flair, and 2, right before Roman Reigns gets into the ring, they were talking about how there was like Nakamura, and so many people were unhappy that Roman Reigns was the number 1 pick in the draft for SmackDown. And who do they name out of everybody who's supposedly upset? They name King Baron Corbin. If you didn't see this coming, I don't know what to tell you. Baron Corbin he was the first member of Team Flair to be announced as a member of Team Flair. So I am not surprised that Team Flair is that this would happen tonight. But as soon as Michael Cole mentioned that, Baron Corbin has let his feelings know that he's not happy with what's happened with Roman Reigns and why Roman Reigns was the number 1 pick, I knew immediately, either during this match or right after this match, Baron Corbin is going to attack Roman Reigns. And if you don't know by the first hour of this match, first hour of the show, who was going to be the new team captain of Team Hogan, I don't know what to tell you. It was obvious from the second, because they had, and I'm surprised they didn't do this. They need ratings. They need the ratings to soar higher. They did not advertise at all on Twitter, on Facebook, on Instagram, or whatever. They did not tweet that, because that would have been in the dirt sheets and everything. They did not advertise whatsoever that Hulk Hogan was going to appear on this show in any way, shape, or form. There was a Skype call for him on this show, which was absolutely cringe. Hogan just seemed unnatural. It was so stupid, and I really wish they wouldn't have had it in the first place. But as I said, we had Roman Reigns versus Shinsuke Nakamura. Good match here. They were doing fine. And I a part of me was like, are they really going to give Roman the championship? What has he done to win this championship? But on the other part, it was like the Michael Cole thing kept sticking out to me. Like, of all the people he named, if he would have name dropped like Drew McIntyre and a long list of names of superstars who were upset with the fact that Roman Reigns got drafted first by SmackDown, I wouldn't have thought anything of it. But the fact that of all the people he name dropped Baron Corbin. So they're having a good match back and forth. And then the ref calls for Nakamura calls for Kinshasa, but Roman meets in the moon move with a Superman punch, typical. Reigns looks to put Nakamura away with a spear as he waits for Nakamura to get up. And Corbin suddenly appears on the apron and rocks Reigns with a scepter. The referee calls for the match, and Roman Reigns is your winner. After the match, Reigns wins, but Nakamura retains. Reigns gets beat down until Daniel Bryan hits the ring and unloads on everyone. Bryan dumps Corbin on the floor and then fights off Nakamura. Bryan with more offense and a big pop. Bryan goes to the ring, run the ropes again, but Sami grabs his ankle from the floor. Bryan struggles with him. Bryan looks up as Nakamura charges and lays him out. Nakamura, Sami Zayn, and Corbin leave together as Nakamura's music hits. And I thought, because this is the typical WWE, that we were going to go to a commercial break, come back, and Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns versus Shinsuke Nakamura and Baron Corbin would be going on right then and there. Nope, I was wrong. That was your main event of this evening, which of course it was the main event. Typical grade A WWE booking. Let's have a singles match turn into a tag team match either right then and there or in the main event. This is supposed to be a new era on Fox, and we're going to WWE's tropes, back to WWE's tropes over and over and over again, and it's absolutely just mind-numbingly bad. We go backstage. New Day, Tucker of Heavy Machinery appear and talk about doing battle in the World Cup Tag Team Turmoil match and Crown Jewel, but they will be on the same page for tonight's 8-man tag team match. Otis comes with a special pancake mix with extra protein. Otis is reminded that they don't have time to cook because the match is soon. He drinks the pancake mix from the bowl, and we go to commercial. I mean, like trying to have Otis, because this is supposed to be a kids program, you know, it's TV PG. Are you trying to have Otis tell kids that it's okay to eat to drink that much pancake mix? I mean, when you're making pancakes, you know, you lick the bowl, you get the pancake mix on your finger, and you know, you lick it off, it's fine. But drinking? No, not that much, dude. Again, we are 2 weeks removed from Kofi Kingston losing in 7 seconds to Brock Lesnar. And Kofi still just acts like he's unfazed. Like nothing is bothering him. Like him losing that match meant nothing. The guy who fought to get that WWE Championship, 11 years. The promo about 11 years. Over, like, just for weeks upon weeks, just trying to get the championship, holding it for 6 months, 180 days, I believe, exactly. And he's unfazed. It's kind of like WWE has booked Kofi Kingston that the entire WWE Championship match and championship reign that he had was a total dream. A dream, like a legit dream, and Brock Lesnar beating him in 7 seconds was a nightmare. Was the nightmare that woke him up, and he's been a member of the New Day since the beginning of the year. Like the entire thing with him winning the championship didn't actually happen in Kofi's mind. Like this just still makes no sense to me why they continue to do this. Back from break, and we see Kayla Braxton. She stops Baron Corbin backstage and asks him what just happened. He's like, hold on. He puts his finger up. He's like, hold on. Puts his crown on. Just smirks at her and walks away. Chad Gable, not this shorty Gable guy. I have no idea who that is. Chad Gable took on Curtis Axel in a squash match of sorts. He wins. After the match, he celebrates as his music hits. Kayla Braxton interviews Gable at ringside after the win. She asks him about the recent hype jokes from other superstars that have affected him. Gable said he thought he was being held back by his height until now, and the truth is his height makes him who he is. It's okay to be exactly who you are. Tell that to the millions of people out there with insecurities, Gable, because honestly, your speech probably didn't help anybody. Gable says you will come you'll meet people along the way who want to get in your head and screw with you. But tonight, to those people, he says thank you. Thank you for making him look deep inside himself and look who he is. He embraces who he is, says we all have insecurities, but he stands here tonight to say one thing. You can overcome. Do not run or hide from them. Accept who you are. Gable accepts who he is. I'm Shorty Gable. Actually, let's shorten that. I'm Shorty G. I wanted to fucking vomit the minute he said that. It is true. WWE put this, like, WWE went out and, what I want to say, copyrighted, trademarked the name Shorty G for Chad Gable. Most disrespectful name out there. People, like, yes, people have insecurities, but you're going out there and having this guy be a beacon of hope for those. The only way you even justify any of this is this guy has to go out there. You have to build him for the WWE Championship. You have to build him for the Intercontinental or WWE Championship. There's no ways about it. If you have this guy going out there and now he's this terrible fucking name, which will never be mentioned again on here, it's Chad Gable. Plain and simple. Not Shorty this, not Shorty that. It's Chad Gable. Enough of this shit. This is supposed to be Bruce Pritchard on Smackdown, and you give me this? This is garbage. I just have no words for this anymore. I'm moving on. We also talk about Team Flair versus Team Hogan at Crown Jewel. We show us from Twitter talk between Hall of Famers Ric Flair and Hulk Hogan. They talk about the WWE Universal Champion Seth Rollins being off Team Hogan due to his Falls Count Anywhere match with The Fiend. We'll talk about that in a minute too. Colin said Graves and Colin Graves are joined live via Skype by Hulk Hogan, which again was unadvertised for this show. You kind of think if you lost 1 million subscribers last week, I mean not 1 million subscribers, but 1 million viewers of your product, you lost like 1.01 million subscribers, viewers last week to SmackDown. Wouldn't you think you would advertise Hulk Hogan? When Hulk Hogan and Ric Flair were on Monday Night Raw 2 weeks ago, people actually tuned in to watch them on Miz TV, and when that segment was over, they tuned out. So why would you not advertise Hogan on this show? Even if it's for Skype, people are going to tune in to see what he's going to say. Fans pop in the arena as the Hulkster asks what's up. Graves says Team Hogan has a few holes in it and asks what Hogan plans to do about his team. Hogan said he's been chasing Flair around since Graves was in diapers. Who fucking cares? And he has Flair's number, so don't worry about it. He says the entire locker room wants to be on his team. Don't ask who's going to be on his team. Hogan says Chad Gable and Ali have stood out the most, indicating that both of them are scheduled to wrestle already. Who are going to be on Team Hogan. Hogan says there will be a big announcement before the end of the show. They talk some more, and Hogan issues a big Hogan-style threat to the Nature Boy. They thank Hogan, he signs off. It was just Hogan being Hogan. Just going out there. Yes, we have Ali and Chad Gable are going to be on his team, so that leaves the team captain. And honestly, if by now you didn't know who was going to be the team captain of Hogan, I don't know what to fucking tell you. I thought the team captain was going to be on the team regardless of if Seth Rollins was on this show, was on this team still or not. I figured he was going to be the final participant of Team Hogan is this guy. We'll talk about it later. Heavy Machinery in the New Day versus the Revival, Dolph Ziggler and Robert Roode or Rudolph. Another pointless 8-man tag match. The only reason this match happened is simple. They need to get the New Day a win back for losing to the Revival with the tag team titles a couple weeks ago. And we got to set up the New Day versus the Revival for the millionth time instead of, giving me the Revival versus Heavy Machinery, maybe. But no. The New Day win this match with the Midnight Hour after Otis is doing his stupid shit. Woods tags in Midnight Hour 1, 2, 3. After the match, the winners stand tall to celebrate as the New Day's music hits. Kofi joins in again, acting like everything that happened for 6 goddamn months of your career didn't mean a damn thing. I will harp on WWE as much as I can until we get something from Kofi. Kayla Braxton is backstage with Dana Bryan. She asked about helping Roman earlier in tonight's main event. Bryan has been beat up 1,000 times, but it's never affected his mindset as she asked him about his mindset tonight. This is no different. This is the first fight on SmackDown, on Friday Night SmackDown, and that's all he's focused on right now. He is ready to put these two kings in their place. We see Bayley walking backstage. I don't know what it was about this jacket that she was wearing. It had like checkers on it. It had like checker spots on it. Some. It had spikes on the collar. It just looked absolutely fantastic. I don't know what it was about the jacket, but I just liked what she was wearing. Miz is in the ring for another episode of Miz TV. Probably the best episode of Miz TV we've ever seen. He introduces Bayley, who comes out, new theme music, which honestly, I feel sad for the fact that CFOs does not work with WWE anymore, because Buddy Murphy's new theme music absolutely is atrocious. Elias's new, Buddy Murphy and Bayley's new theme came from whoever they're working with now, and my God, are they just mediocre. CFOs have given us Glorious for Bobby Roode. They've given us Bayley's old theme music, Sasha Banks' theme music, Becky Lynch's theme music, Baron Corbin's theme music. They've given us so many great theme entrance themes for these superstars. For whatever reason, they don't work with WWE anymore. I never found out why. I tried to look, and there was never anything. But whoever's doing it now, it's just like Bayley is this heel, and the music's just absolutely generic as can be. I mean, Baron Corbin, until they added the King stuff to it, has some of the best theme music in this company. That was done by CFOs. Robert Roode's music is something that still gives me chills when the guy comes out, because it's that fucking awesome. It's a great theme song, and it would be an iconic theme song when he's done. It's just when you get Bayley, she comes out, she has new theme music. It's absolutely just mediocre. But she comes out, Sasha Banks looking fine as hell tonight, right beside her. They make their way to the ring. Miz didn't realize Banks would be with her. Banks and Bayley put the champ. Banks is like, I'm just here with my support my best friend. Miz talks about Bayley winning the title from Charlotte Flair, and then leads us to a video package of her destroying the Bayley Buddies. They actually showed the kid, because there was a kid being shown. Some adult was filmed their son watching Bayley destroy the Bayley Buddies, and just tears coming down his face, crying because his hero just turned to the dark side. I fucking love it. I can't believe WWE put it in there. I thought that was fucking awesome. I'm just saying, you don't like it, I don't care. They show her winning the title, saying, bitches, screw all of you, and Miz just asks, why? Why? Just ask a simple question, why? Which is what you should always have. When something as drastic as what happened with Bayley last week, the only thing you can really ask is, why? Why did you turn to the dark side? Why did you destroy the Bayley Buddies? Why did you change your gear? Why did you cut your hair? Why did you say, bitches, screw all of you? Bayley says she doesn't owe anyone an explanation, not even the Miz. Miz says she doesn't owe him anything, but what about the fans and her supporters? Miz asks her, she's quiet, so he asks her who she is. A silent champion? What is she, Brock Lesnar? Is Banks Paul Heyman? Fans pop at the Lesnar mention, which, okay, whatever. Miz goes on wondering why Bayley changed and asks if it's how she will always play second fiddle. So basically he asked, is it because no matter how many accolades you get in your career, you will always be second fiddle to Sasha Banks? Banks knocks Miz for getting drafted late in the 2019 draft. Who fucking cares? This isn't a real sport. This isn't NBA where if you get drafted in the second round, you're not as good as people want to think you are. It's just, yeah. But it's like, it's the WWE draft. Who cares if you got picked first, if you got picked last? It doesn't fucking matter. Even Miz said that. Bayley says do you really think it's because he goes on and it says did she slash the Bayley Buddies because she needs to find something to stay relevant? Bayley says, do you really think I needed to slash those stupid Bayley Buddies to stay relevant? That's not why. It's because they had defined my entire WWE run. She goes on about giving everyone everything each week: headbands, high fives, hugs. But all fans did was take. Kind of a cookie cutter answer right here. It is, because I think we've heard this some. What was the last heel turn that happened? The last big heel turn that happened in WWE that wasn't the big shows. Wasn't this the same reason that person turned heel? Is because they give, and all the fans do is take. Wasn't that something Sami Zayn actually said? That she promised to elevate the division the first night she won the title, and she did that. Fans give her the what treatment. Baylor says she was in pain and crying and heartbroken when she lost the title at Hell in a Cell. But was there anybody there for me? Interesting note is that she doesn't. This entire thing doesn't mention anything about, well, I went to the back and Sasha, I wasn't, nobody was there for me at that time, and then Sasha Banks no, didn't mention Sasha at all. She pretty much was like, no one was there for her. And she said, just like the role model I am, I picked myself up and won my title back. But when she walked to the backstage to the locker room, no one was waiting to hug her or congratulate her. She used to think the division lacked opportunity, but it's just lazy. Lacks desire and power. And I have outgrown them. And I love this final line. If you haven't seen the promo from Vince McMahon from 2002, I believe, or 2001, whichever it was, if you want some inspiration, here it is. Life sucks, and then you die. Bayley, it was great that Bayley said it, but of course Vince McMahon said it better back then. It was the Life Sucks promo. I believe Sorrow Monster put it in one of his top promos videos when he did a couple months ago when he was doing the top 10 promos in all of WWE. I believe it was in the top 4 or 5. Definitely go check it out, the Life Sucks promo. But yeah, she says, life sucks and then you die. Loved it. And then Nikki Cross came out, and then Dana Brooke came out, and they ruined the segment. Cross says, that's enough, Bayley. She thinks she speaks for everyone here in Indianapolis because we have to get the cheap pop. And please don't let Nikki Cross do the cheap pop. It just doesn't work for her. Time for talking is done, and it's time for action is now. She tells Bayley to go get herself comfortable, and that after tonight's win, she will make sure that she gives Bayley a great big happy hug and smiles. Then out comes Dana Brooke with a mic. Please keep the mic away from Dana Brooke. She can't cut a promo to save her life. Not so fast, Nikki. Speaking of desire and passion, I have some for being, and you know what fuels me even more? Being underutilized and underlooked, but that is the past, and tonight marks a new beginning for her, and she can feel it. She says she will give the WWE Universe something to cheer for because, this hurt my head. The flex appeal, not sex appeal, the flex, F-L-E-X appeal is here on Smackdown. She wants the fans to show it off, show that it's flexing muscles, and I'm like, oh, they gave her a catchphrase, didn't they? They gave her something to say. Oh, God, they're not going to push Dana Brooke, are they? Please tell me they're not going to push Dana Brooke. Out comes Lacey Evans. She heads to the ring, and we go to commercial break. Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, and Carmella all got jobber entrances. So Lacey Evans versus Carmella versus Mandy Rose versus Sonya Deville versus Nikki Cross and Dana Brooke. This match was sloppy as fuck. Outside of Nikki Cross, who was just the women's tag team champions with Alexa Bliss, and no Alexa Bliss on this show. No Alexa Bliss for this match, which I found very peculiar because she's one of WWE's favorites. But Nikki Cross wins this match. This match was nothing special. There was sloppiness left and right. The cat fight with Mandy Rose and Carmella towards the end was nothing special. You have fucking Corey Graves drooling all over Carmella because it's his girlfriend, all over fucking Mandy Rose because whatever, and it's his character. When Nikki Cross ends up hitting everyone keeps let's see here. You had Dakota Silence on Mandy Rose, but Deville makes a save. Dana and Deville go at it. Evans drops Deville with the woman's right. More back and forth, everyone hitting their trademark moves. Cross nails a spinning neck breaker, the Purge, on rose out of nowhere for the 1, 2, 3. Nikki Cross is your winner. You had 6 women in this match. Can we not do a number 1 contender this tournament? You had 6 women. You could have threw Sasha Banks in there, and if you had another woman, because I know there's 9 women on this roster. You could have had everybody but Bayley in a women's in a tournament to give us a number 1 contender. But you didn't do that, did you? No, you gave us a 6-pack challenge with, in my opinion, there was only 2 options. It was either Carmella, because it makes sense story-wise, because Bayley and Carmella had been friends for years. Baymella, anybody remember that? And Nikki Cross, because Nikki Cross is the only one who had any type of success this year outside of Mandy Rose, Sonya Deville, Carmella, and Lacey Evans. The announcements leads to a video package of Braun Strowman. They hype Strowman versus Tyson Fury. Who gives a shit? And then they show us a video package of The Fiend Bray Wyatt versus Universal Champion Seth Rollins. Now, it has been announced that there's a new rule added to the match. The match cannot be stopped at any time for anything other than a pinfall or a submission. How do they fuck The Fiend up from here? You have booked yourself into a massive corner. This is Saudi Arabia. You either have The Fiend pinned or submitted, or you have Seth Rollins pinned or submitted. How? It's like match can't be stopped at all. So pretty much the entire Raw locker room could come out there, beat the holy hell out of both of these guys, leave them laying, and then go out there and have one of the other guys lay on top of the other guy, and the match is over. I don't know. How are you going to screw up The Fiend this time? And then we move on to one of the worst parts of the night. 2 weeks ago on NXT, last week on NXT, not this past Friday, not this past Wednesday, but last week on NXT, Drew Gulak, in a match against Lio Rush, gave you a hell of an opener to clash with what Private Party and the Young Bucks were doing. Drew Gulak was added to Smackdown in this draft. What is the first thing that you do with Drew Gulak? You bring back the PowerPoint presentations that were detrimental to him. What's the second thing you do? Do you put him in a match to show off his talents? Do you have him go up against a drama to get a quick win to establish him as a future star? Or do you put him up against Braun Strowman and have Braun Strowman squash him? Ding ding ding! You put him up against Braun Strowman so Braun Strowman can squash him. Just a week and a half ago, you had Drew Gulak and Lio Rush tearing the house down at Full Sail. And this is what Drew Gulak does. This is like punishing him. For what reason? Why are you punishing Drew Gulak for doing something good for your other brand? Oh, because you're getting your ass kicked by AEW and his match didn't bring the ratings in for you that you want to see. You have to punish him? Are you fucking kidding me? Where is the jobber? Where is the fucking jobber that you could use? The local indie talents. Bring them in. Have them get squashed. Why do you have to waste Drew Gulak like this? Get this guy in NXT on the Cruiserweight division, 205 Live. I don't care. This guy deserves better. This is what you're doing with Drew Gulak after one fucking episode on SmackDown. Drew Gulak's time on the main roster has killed him. I just can't even. Drew Gulak loses by a running power slam, and that's that. I just can't even. This is absolutely just horrendous. Drew Gulak is too good to be squashed like this. Drew Gulak is too good to be used like this. This guy deserves better. This guy on the main roster on Raw and SmackDown should be at least vying for the Intercontinental or United States Championship. Maybe someday winning the WWE or Universal Championship if they would build him. But WWE can't build shit. You put this guy in there to get squashed by Braun Strowman, and that was that. There's nothing else you can do. It's just sad that a guy as good as Drew Gulak getting squashed like that. That pissed me off. I was okay with SmackDown. It was teetering on the thumbs in the middle, and then this just brought it to a thumbs down, and the main event couldn't help it. By the way, they plugged 2K20. Did you know it was coming out next Tuesday? If you get 2K20, then you deserve all the pain and misery you're going to get out of that game. 2K needs to lose that license ASAP. I wish THQ Nordic would go to 2K and WWE and like, hey, we'll take the title back because when it was under the THQ banner and the WWE games, they might have not been the prettiest like they have been for 2K most of the years, but at least they knew what the fuck they were doing and and it was a fun fucking game. I want 2K to lose this license ASAP. Out comes Daniel Bryan for the main event. The tag team of Baron Corbin and Shinsuke Nakamura get themselves some jobber entrances. And then Greg Hamilton says, and introducing the team captain for Team Hogan at Crown Jewel, Roman Reigns. I could have called this an hour and a half beforehand. Who didn't see this coming? I honestly thought Roman Reigns and Seth Rollins, if Seth was still a team captain, Ali or Chad Gable would not be on this team because Roman Reigns would be one of those guys. Plain and simple. But Roman is on SmackDown, on the Team Hogan. So Team Hogan is Roman, Rusev, Ricochet, Gable, and Ali. While Team Flair is Orton, Corbin, Nakamura, Bobby Lashley. We still have a fifth to go for Team Flair. We will probably have that by the face-to-face next week. They did advertise next week will be on FS1. So if you are watching SmackDown, it will be on FS1. If you're not watching SmackDown, you're probably not going to miss anything. Cain Velasquez and Brock Lesnar are going to be face-to-face next week. Hogan and Flair are going to be face-to-face, probably having all 10 men there, even though they probably shouldn't be able to. And honestly, SmackDown is going to be a wash next week because it is on FS1. But anyway, we come back from commercial break. We have Roman Reigns come in out here. We bell rings, yada yada yada. Cookie cutter match. I don't know where we're going with this, but Bryan unloads with the yes kicks to Nakamura in the back of the ring, and yes kicks to Nakamura back in the ring while fans count along, fired up with him. Nakamura gets dropped with a roundhouse kick. Bryan charges to Nakamura, but Nakamura nails a flying knee of his own. Bryan ducks the Kinshasa attempt and hits a running knee for the 1, 2, 3. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns wins. After the match, they stand tall. Nothing really happens. Baron Corbin did get speared through the barricade by Roman. Whoop-de-fucking-do. I've noticed a trend in the last 2 weeks that SmackDown has been going off the air a few minutes earlier. Bayley won, and there was like 2 minutes left last week. Daniel Bryan and Roman Reigns won, and I'm like, okay, there's about 4 minutes left until we get to 10 o'clock. What are they going to do? Maybe they had Daniel Bryan turn on him, and he turns out to be the fifth member of Team Flair. No, they shake hands, show goes off the air. So why is it going off so early? It makes no sense to me. I mean, Monday Night Raw used to have an overrun, and SmackDown has always gone on till the 10 o'clock hour, whatever it's been. But now it's ending early, which is weird. SmackDown had, outside of Bayley giving that promo, which of course was a cookie-cutter promo until that final line. That final line made that entire promo for me. Life sucks, and then you die. Love it. Absolutely love it. I love the fact that they incorporated the video of the kid crying when Bayley was attacking the Bayley Brothers last week. That was fantastic. Just keep more heel Bayley for me. I honestly think Bayley's holding that championship until we get to WrestleMania. There is no reason to take that title off of Bayley until we get to WrestleMania. Bayley could honestly have a title run equal or greater than the one Daniel Bryan had between November of last year and WrestleMania of this year. She could honestly have that, and it could lead to Bayley versus Sasha Banks at WrestleMania. And because Sasha Banks either won the Royal Rumble or won the Elimination Chamber match, if that's where that goes. But SmackDown, not much intriguing to it. SmackDown, it's a new era, and it just feels like the same old shit, different week. We go back to the trope of having a match, singles match, and in a DQ, a beatdown between two people on 2-on-1, and we get a tag team match either right after or in the main event. We have 6 women getting a title opportunity when none of them should even be in the title picture. This show just, I want to break. It just racks my brain how they fuck this shit up so badly. But Smackdown is off the air. Smackdown will be on FS1 next week. This is your Smackdown Live review. Hit that subscribe button. Comment down below. Like or dislike this video. Find me on Twitter and Twitch at Frost Club. And I'll see you guys Sunday for Unscripted episode number 91. Until then, my name is Franz, and I'll see you guys later.